waits for the sound of the train to stop. It's like the second end on the clock.
I think Josh had been on the tube travelling in, and he'd kind of wanted to write a song about like just general day-to-day life and how everybody's just kind of getting on with things and not really necessarily enjoying themselves, and they might be in a dead-end job, or they might be doing things that they're not very passionate about, but they just believe that they've got to do it to get through life.
Are we having any fun? Yeah. Are we having
So then we went out to LA to finish that off, and get the full recording down at Dan Nigro's house, and we played a few shows in LA at the time as well, which was mint. That was our first time over in the US, so it was kind of the start of, I think, a different sound for us. It's much more organic and synth based, whereas in the past we'd been a bit more straight middle of the road indie pop kind of stuff. So it definitely opened up a few doors for us, like sound wise. So Are We Having Any Fun Yet was actually written and recorded way earlier than the pandemic even crossed our minds, but it felt like a really good time to release a song. Obviously the themes of it really resonated with a lot of people. Everyone was going through the motions and everybody's days looked exactly the same, so it felt like a really good time to release it right at the beginning of coronavirus.
It's just not your type, got dealt the wrong hand, but you don't wanna
So the Hit and Run EP was a massive evolution in our sound, I think. It was the first time really that we'd really delved into the production side of things, and we worked a lot with Chris Sane and Dan Nigro on synths and the actual sounds we were going to be using, and there was a lot more thought that had gone into it than on previous records. I think that the main difference really is the sounds. Obviously we'd had Hit and Run had been released before, and the new version was just a complete overhaul of all the sounds on that. There's a massive difference between those two songs. We were allowed to experiment a lot. I think we've got a lot of freedom in how we want things to sound, and it's really, really fun putting together a record when, you know, the production and all the soundscapes are in your hands.
Though she knows he's about to say it's 2 years, 4 months, 3 days.
So we've just announced our debut album to be released at the back end of this year, which is really, really exciting. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for having me. Speak to you soon.